Okay, well, let's go ahead and see if we can start. I'm going to do this a little bit differently. And let's just start with reviewing the 9 mental states of calm abiding. Can anybody name the first one?
Inner placement or mental placement.
Excellent. And what is the power and the mental engagement in stage 1?
Power is knowledge by hearing, and the mental engagement is tight focus.
Very good. Okay, then how about the second mental state of calm abiding? Tom or Julie, you want to take a stab at it?
It's terrible, but I'm looking through my papers for my notes.
Yeah, I have to check all the time. I don't have these memorized either.
It's continuous placement.
Yeah, continual placement. And then the powers. Well, how about the mental engagement?
Tight focus.
Tight focus still. And it's the power of contemplation. Okay. And then the third mental state is patch-like placement. Can anybody think of or kind of remind us why it's called that?
Is it because sometimes your mind wanders and sometimes it doesn't?
You got her, yeah. And that's why the mental engagement is called interrupted focus. And the power is the power of mindfulness. Hi, Patrick and Joanna. I'm doing a very faint imitation of Venerable Chukyi tonight. Okay, so we're just going through the review of the mental states, the powers, and the mental engagements. And we've made it through inner placement, continual placement, and patch-like placement. Hey, David. So does anybody know the next mental state after patch-like placement?
Close placement.
Close placement. Well, I'm also a star student tonight. And the power in close placement is also the power of mindfulness. And the mental engagement is also interrupted focus. So after close placement, what do we have?
Subdued.
Yes. And do you remember the power in subdued placement?
Introspection.
Okay. And what's the mental
But
engagement?
I feel like I have to tell you the truth. I'm reading them from my notes. I don't remember.
That's okay.
So there I am.
I think, if we go back and read, Geshe just wants us to just keep going over it, so we don't have to have it all memorized. So, we're doing well. Okay, so in subdued placement, what is the mental engagement? Do you recall? Or even if you don't recall, even if you're reading from your notes. Okay, that one is also interrupted focus. Okay, the next one is pacifying. And does anybody remember the power or the mental engagement with pacifying?
The power is is introspection.
Excellent. And the mental engagement?
Interrupted focus.
Yep. We've got that interrupted focus for a long time. Once we get to where we don't have to be tight, it still takes us a long time. Okay. And then, excuse me, after pacifying, what is the mental state?
Complete passive.
It is complete pacification. And what is the power? Think of how great you feel when you've got complete pacification.
Joyful effort.
Very good. And how's our mental engagement? Where are we at?
We're still interrupted.
We're still interrupted. All right. Now we're getting to the eighth mental state. What is that one?
Being single-pointed.
Becoming single pointed is what I've got. Yeah. And what's our power there? We're still interrupted. All right. Sorry? Now we're getting to the eighth mental stage. Right, we're at the eighth mental stage. And so what's the power at that point?
Being single-pointed.
Becoming single pointed is what I've got. Yeah. Yeah, that's the mental state. And what's our power there? We're still interrupted. All right. Sorry? Now we're getting to the eighth mental stage. Right, we're at the eighth mental stage, and so what's the power at that point?
Being single-pointed.
Becoming single pointed is what I've got. Yeah. Yeah, that's the mental stage. And what's our power there? We're still interrupted. All right. Sorry? Now we're getting to the eighth mental stage. Right, we're at the eighth mental stage, and so what's the power at that point? Does somebody have two? I think I'm hearing. Does somebody have two devices turned on? We're getting. Okay. We were in a loop. It took me a while to realize that. Sorry, guys.
I thought we were back to patchy placement by the way the sound was coming through.
Yeah, something needed
We
help.
want to
Anyway,
make sure we had it.
I just thought we'd lost the thread completely, and then I realized, oh, I'm hearing exactly the same. Anyway, the power is joyful effort. We're still joyful. And our mental engagement is uninterrupted focus. And finally, our last mental state.
Equipoise, meditative equipoise.
Yep, meditative equipoise. And what's the power?
Familiarization.
Familiarization. And the mental engagement?
Effortless engagement.
Effortless engagement. Great. So let's see what else we can do here. Let's go to our old friends.
Can we go over the Tonka?
I don't think we have time. I don't. Oh, well, if you want to, if you can get it up, Venerable Lamo, if you want to go through that.
No, I can't. I'm not co-host.
Oh, you should be. You came in first.
Host. I made you host.
Okay, let me make you co-host. Sorry, I didn't realize. So I don't have my notes from this in front of me, but do you remember what the house symbolizes?
House is your meditation location, your home where you meditate.
Okay. And then,
And then the monk has a hook and a rope, the rope of mindfulness and the hook of introspection. And he's chasing the elephant and the monkey.
yeah.
And the tied fabric symbolizes the sense of touch. And it represents the physical sensations.
Okay.
5 objects of desire realm: smell, taste, sound, tactile, and the fifth one, which I didn't write down. So smell, taste, sound, tactile.
The elephant is your mind.
Uh-huh.
And I believe he said the black color is sinking mind.
That's what I have.
But
Later on, that changed.
I don't know whether that's true because he also said the rabbit symbolized sinking mind.
Mhm.
Yeah. And he said the monkey should be darker.
Rabbit symbolizes subtle
Yeah.
sinking mind.
The rabbit is subtle thinking mind?
Maybe so. Let me double check.
So
That's what my notes say as well, subtle sinking mind for the rabbit.
okay, so the black color in the elephant is gross sinking mind. And the monkey's dark color is gross excited mind. Is that right?
Sounds right.
Sounds like a good working theory.
Does anyone remember what the flames represent?
Mindfulness and introspection. Then he said that these curves refer to the powers, but there aren't six curves. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 curves. So I was wondering if those are the 4 mental engagements. But then he mentioned them. He actually mentioned that the first one is the power of knowledge. So that sounds like they're powers, not mental engagement.
But I think, Lamala, that maybe he was counting this bottom. It's not really a curve, like where it begins and where it ends. But that doesn't really make any sense because I went back and looked at my notes too.
Yeah, but what Lamala said makes sense because when you get past the second curve, you have, the third and the fourth there together, and both of those have the power of mindfulness and the mental engagement of interrupted focus. So it's like those 2 powers are together. And then at the next level, you have the 2 together, number 5 and number 6, the power of introspection.
That's right. Yeah, they're 2 together.
So maybe that's something we can ask him. Can you ask him, Tana?
If you want to, Lala, I think that's a good idea.
Okay, in the second stage, the monkey has, the monk, not the monkey, the monk has the rope of mindfulness and the hook still. And the fire is smaller. And the fruit is refers to taste sensory objects. But the elephant and the monkey are still in front of the monk. The elephant's head is white.
Mm-hmm.
Means that he said sinking and excited mind are getting better. A little bit under control. You see,
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Why So I guess that's gross sinking and gross excited mind. So the black color refers to that in both animals, I assume.
Yeah, and we're starting to make a little bit of progress.
Okay, and then the conch refers to smell, sensory objects. And then he said the curve in the road was the power of reflection. So that's a power again. And the third stage is patch-like placement. And now the monkey and the elephant are looking back, and then so is the rabbit. Oh yeah, rabbit is subtle thinking mind, right? And you says that the white, there's more white, it's more under control. And he's looking back because you can recognize wandering and sinking minds, or excited and sinking. And the symbols refer to sound sensory objects. And the fourth stage is close placement. There's more control over all. And I don't think he mentioned more about stage 4. Did anyone get any more notes on stage 4? Okay, so this right here is 4. Then 5 is when the monkey's eating the fruit. And those are the virtues. Even if you have virtuous thoughts of body, speech, and mind, or do virtuous speech, these are still obstacles. They're distractions. Oh, Geshe is here.
Gelek is here.
Oh, yeah. Please have a seat. Oh, good evening, Bodhisattva Patrick. Good evening, Joanna.
We're going to tonight.
Good evening, Hamula.
Good evening.
Good evening, Tham.
Evening, Geshe.
Yeah. Good evening, Domasi.
Good evening, Geshe.
Good evening, Julie. Good evening, David.
Good evening.
Good evening, Kim.
Good evening, Geshe.
Good evening, Karen. Good evening, Denise. Good evening, Susie.
Good evening, Geshe.
Good evening, David.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, Elise.
Good evening.
Good evening, Neely.
Good evening, Geshe.
Good evening, Julie Doma.
Good evening, Geshe.
Good evening, Alex the Enlightenment.
Gelek.
Good evening, Saturday.
Good evening, Geshe.
Good evening, Kate. Good evening, Adrina. The little one I see. Oh, yeah. Good evening, Ryan.
Good evening, Geshe.
Good to see you, Ryan.
Good to see you.
Oh, yeah. So, first, alhamdulillah, we do, maybe everybody can participate. We do refuge and bodhicitta prayers. So, then please, like, um, mm, the blessing of Buddha Dharma Sangha, okay, blessing of the Buddha Dharma Sangha. Or maybe you can visualize 3 in 1, Shakyamuni Buddha, you can visualize Shakyamuni Buddha himself, you can visualize. And right hollow light, right hollow light. Touching at your crown. Mm. Mm. So then the blessing follow like liquid form, like milk, okay, through the hollow light, through your crown chakra, purify sicknesses, all the defilement together with as unpleasant mind, or the unpleasant mind, or the such as anxiety, fear, stress, all of that, okay? Fear, anxiety, all of that. So just visualize white, hollow light coming from Shakyamuni Buddha's heart onto your crown. Then the blessing flow like white milk, liquid milk, through your crown chakra, purify all the sicknesses, mental difficulties such as stress, anxiety, fear, stress, arrogant, jealousy, ignorance, anger, attachment, like doubting, like negative doubt, all of that, okay? So chant 3 times, then all of you just meditate and visualize, okay? Oh, yeah. Now, for immeasurable. So please meditate on compassion. Okay, meditate on loving kindness, compassion. Okay? And visualize that your heart is, through the chanting, that your heart is going to fill with loving kindness and compassion. And that heals you and heals all the people who are going through anxiety, fear, stress, and worry, about jobs, worry about health, worry about disease, worry about many different things. Okay, all the fears, material compassion, loving kindness. Same things. Maintain the visualizations. The white light emitted from Shakyamuni Buddha's heart to your crown, white hollow light. And then the blessing form of liquid like milk flows. Then enter into your crown chakra, purify all the physical sicknesses, Oh, then, as I said, jealousy, arrogance, ignorance, doubt, anger, attachment, all of that completely purified. Then your body or your life turn into like crystal clear, like glass. That's been like stain over time, and then when you clean the glass, then you can see, very clean glass like that. Your life become like that, crystal clear. Um, kind of like cleans your body and your life. So then your body and your life become like this crystal, crystal like clean, okay, like glass. Okay. Then heart filled with love and compassions, okay. So then through the power of loving kindness, compassions, then you heal, then you heal the people around you, of all of you. So that finished meditation on loving kindness, compassion, equanimities. Begin with the equanimities, loving kindness, compassion. So then joy. Then your heart filled with joy because of power of loving kindness, compassion. Then your heart filled with joy. So then you experience, like a peaceful mind. Okay, peaceful mind. So now we'll say Mani Mantra. First chant, Mani Mantra, okay, chant. So then again also to maintain the visualization, but object change a little bit. We maintain the visualizations. Object will be here, the object will be our Lokita Sharava. Either 4 Chinese or 1,000 Chinese, it doesn't matter which is suitable for your mind. You visualize, Chinese Buddha of compassions. Visualize Chinese Buddha of compassions. Oh. So then there's a 6-syllable mantra, the mantra of compassion, compassion. Oh. Same, the hollow light emitted from our location of heart and to your crown. So then same thing, blessing flow, form of liquid, white color like milk flow. Then kind of like purify or clean your life, all the defilement, sicknesses, physical difficulty, mental difficulty, completely purify. So then visualize that you just visualize that you are the one who's leading all this being around you, around you, relatives, friend, close one, deceased person, or like think about it, and all the people, all the beings, beings like form of human, then visualize, think that you are leading them to Mani mantra chanting. So then nectar flows on all of their crown, so completely purify. Anger, hatred, jealousy, arrogance, ignorance, doubt, doubting positive things, doubting the positive things, doubting about doing good things, may not have good result, all of that, So then fear, anxiety, all kind of anxiety, stress, all of that, okay? Just visualize. Much as possible, visualize many as possible beings around you, visualize them completely purify, purify. So then lead them all of them. You lead all of them to like the Genesis Pure Land. Okay, so then of course like Om purify arrogant pride, or Ma purify jealousy, Ni purify negative doubt, doubting about causality, or doubting of the teachings, doubting of the practice, all of the negative doubt. Oh, Ma, Ni, Pe, so then Pe, like purify ignorance, ignorance, not knowing the cause for happiness, not knowing the cause for happiness. Even though that each and including ourselves, each and every one of us wish happiness, but don't know how to create the cause for happiness, and then deliberately create a cause for more problems. So that's kind of ignorance. Purify. Oh man. Then may so purify, purify. Attachment, and who purify anger or hatred, purify. Just visualize, many as possible, visualize, I think helping them, okay. 21, recite 21 times. Omane Beme, Omane Beme, Omane Beme, Omane Beme, Omane. Omane Beme, Hum. So, Mahakaruna, like Mahakaruna, great compassion, which is the direct cause for bodhicitta. What is the direct cause for bodhicitta? So now, please think about altruistic attitude, bodhicitta. What the way the Robert Thomas said is like enlightened self-interest, same thing, bodhicitta. So you want to get enlightened in order to benefit all sentient beings. Bodhicitta, okay, bodhicitta. So, Ramula, that you have this verses from the Guru Puja. Can you pull it up? So you remember a long time ago, the Wednesday night we chant. No matter what kind of appearance, whether it's good or bad. You remember that we used to
You mean
chant?
Dena Jetson?
No. So that's like Tonglen practice. No.
Oh.
So you remember like we chant few verses. The first one is like about the karma, when things goes wrong, how to transform difficult situations.
Yes, right. Even if the
So then after that, no matter what kind of appearances. So I want to use that. I want to use that stanza for meditation on bodhicitta. So because we already did meditation on compassion, Mahakaruna based on the Mani mantra. So now we meditate on bodhicitta. Remember wishing bodhicitta, then engage in bodhicitta.
see.
No matter what kind of appearance, whether it's positive or negative, based on the practice of 5 powers, based on the practice or meditation on the five power. So then those appearances, then you utilize those appearances to enhance 2 types of bodhicitta, wishing bodhicitta and engaging bodhicitta. So first you just wish to free all sentient beings from the samsara. So then after that, you engage into the practice of 6 perfections. So that's engaging bodhicitta.
Okay, let's see. Is it this one?
Oh, this
Excuse me, Lamala, I think it's LC 95 and 96.
No, he said it wasn't LC 95.
No, go to 95. Go to 95.
Go to 95? Okay, that's 100. Good.
Please bear with me a little bit, okay? 95, okay, the 97. Oh, yeah, that's 97.
Okay.
In short, no matter what appearance rise, be they good or bad, so see. Nowadays, there's many appearances rising. Am I right? No?
That's correct.
All kind of appearances, all the rise is rising now, is going to rise in the future. Like in the short, no matter what appearances, be they good or bad, I seek your blessing to transform them into the path increasing to bodhicitta, engaging by the wishing bodhicitta and engaging bodhicitta. Wishing first, you just wish to liberate all sentient beings from samsara, so that's called wishing bodhicitta. Then after that, you engage into 6 perfection, practice of 6 perfection, that's called engaging bodhicitta. You engage in the bodhisattva deed, then you practice 6 perfections. So that bodhicitta was called engaging bodhicitta. Through the practice of 5 power, the quintessence of the entire dharma, and thus to cultivate only mental happiness. Of course, then if you meditate on bodhicitta, so then you solely enjoy mental happiness. So that's what happens. Okay. Appearance based on appearance, you understand what I'm talking about? Huh? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Yeah, please now meditate on bodhicitta, altruistic attitude, bodhicitta, or enlightened self-interest, okay? Caused by meditation on Mahakaruna. We just finished meditation on Mahakaruna. So then now think about bodhicitta, that Mahakaruna produced bodhicitta, okay? Oh, yeah. In short, no matter what appearance arise, be they good or bad. I seek your blessing to transform them into the path, increasing the two bodhicittas through the practice of the five power, quintessence of the entire Dharma, and thus to cultivate only mental happiness. So they now recite the Lamula. Sorry, it's not really in order, so it's just not kind of random, but it is meditation. It's just mixed with the different texts. So now say the Chan Jo Sem Jo Rembo Che Ma Je Pan Nam Je Jo Che Ke Wa Nyam Ba Me Ma Ya Kone Kondo Pe Wa Sho. Can you say that in English 3 times, please? Then please, everybody join your heart. Can you say that in English 3 times? Can anybody can say this 3 times by heart in English?
May the supreme jewel bodhicitta that has not arisen arise and grow, and may that which has arisen not diminish, but increase more and more.
3 times, slowly.
May the supreme jewel bodhicitta that has not arisen arise and grow, and may that which has arisen not diminish, but increase more and more. May the supreme jewel bodhicitta that has not arisen arise and grow, and may that which has arisen not diminish, but increase more and more.
Well, Alhamdulillah, thank you very much. So now bring back the page, please. Bring back the page again. Same page, about 95, still the number 95. So now please, all of my friend here visualize, okay? So this is called giving and taking practice. One kind of Bodhisattva practice of giving and taking. So now here, visualize sending love, loving kindness, compassion, and like you are 3 times married, you are 3 times married, past, present, future, and transform those married into whatever people might need at this difficult time. If they need comfort, you transform those who are married into comfort. If they need shelter, you transform that into shelter. If somebody needs medicine, you transform that into medicine. If somebody needs water, you transform that into water. If somebody needs guidance, you need transform that into guidance. If somebody needs company, you need transform that into company. If somebody needs some advice, transform that into advice. If somebody needs clothes, transform that into clothes. If somebody needs food, you transform into food. Okay, so Simje Raradeve is like whatever the beings needed the most. So you just transform and visualize and just send. Okay, we just do send. We just do the sending part. We just do the sending part. Okay, understand? Oh, just send. Don't think that you have nothing to send. You have like 3 times married that you created going around the stupa. That's very important merit. Merit that you created by saying mantra, merit you created by doing your daily practice, merit you are created by saying something nice, thinking something nice, doing something physically nice, and doing something for the greater cause, doing something for the greater cause. All of that, you transform whatever the beings needed. If the beings need water, transform the water. If beings need clothes, transform into clothes. If somebody lost, then transform there's no guidance. Like somebody needs shelter, somebody needs comfort, somebody needs company, somebody needs better advice. Somebody needs to whatever basically the point, bottom line is whatever beings needed, you transform your meditate into their need and just meditate on, just send. No expectation, just send. Positive, just giving, okay, just giving, okay. We are just doing means you can alternate. So today we are just going to do the sending part. And ease is mainly people's mind. Okay, so then doing this as a group, so there'll be a lot of benefit. Okay. Of course, send out of love. So then taking is part done by out of compassion. So today we are going to do just sending part. So then we are giving out of love, Why we love don't think that we have no connection. We do have connections. Without other beings, there will be no pleasure. There will be no pleasure, zero pleasure. You can't talk about comfort, So our comfortable life is very much depend on other beings. Without other beings, probably how is it going to fill with garbage? Nobody takes garbage. Without other beings, there will be no clothes, there will be no food, there will be no fruit, there will be no road to drive, there will be no car, there will be no phone to call, there will be no computer to put all your message there. There will be so many things due to the kindness of others. Okay, so that's sending part. Sending part and giving part, you can alternate. Don't think this is a mistake. This is not a mistake. You can just do send. Okay. So then you can take your own problem. You can take your own problem out of compassion if you want to put it, the taking part there, so you can take out your problems out of compassion. Out of compassion, you can do that. Okay. Yeah, Samula, you chant.
Nalu da 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 la min pa da jam. Magurdowe didintunga
So that, you chant 3 times, then in order to make it even, so then you repeat the last word 2 times, then it makes it even, okay? Or you can just chant 1 time, then need to repeat the last word 2 times, then it makes even, that makes even, okay? Oh, that's how you, or giving out of loving kindness, giving out of loving kindness is one of the bodhisattva deed or bodhisattva practice. That's how Tonglen or giving and taking practice has been done based on Guru Puja stanza. Okay, giving out of love, taking out of compassion. Taking out of compassion. So then, not taking on, you are the one who is doing the Tonglen practice. But when you're out taking out of compassion, it's not taking on yourself. You are taking on self-cherishing mind, which is the source of all the problems. So when you take in out of compassion, minute you're trying to mentally pile up on the self-cherishing mind, so then self-cherishing mind get destroyed, or self-cherishing mind disappear, bodhicitta rise. So then you slowly enjoy mental happiness, bodhicitta. So then you slowly enjoy mental happiness, idebashi, or just mental happiness. Oh, because your heart, you already purify your mind, your life, doing refuge bodhicitta prayer, meditate on compassion, meditate on bodhicitta. So then, then it's good to have just imagine that your loving kindness, your compassion is like sky. Just imagine that your loving kindness, bodhicitta, your altruistic intentions, your love, your compassion, your kindness, just imagine it's like sky. Just imagine it's like vast sky. So then, loving kindness, bodhicitta, compassion, produce cloud of compassion, cloud of love, cloud of loving kindness, cloud of compassion, cloud of bodhicitta. They produce. This rain down, it looks kind of rains. Then purify all the beings, their anger, mainly, their anger, something like that. We can also do something like that. Okay. In the first, very beginning, right from the beginning, we become attached to ourselves. That's very common things for all living beings, all breathing living beings. Then from there, so then, my team, my team, my party, my group, my tribe, my tradition, my culture, like my language, my idea, my way of thinking. So then goes on and on. So then it's become like the water wheel that brings the water into the paddy field, rice field or paddy field, what do you call it?
Rice paddy.
Rice paddy, okay, bring the water into rice paddy. So there's a water wheel, there's many boxes, goes on. Become attached to myself, become attached to my idea, my way of thinking, my philosophy, my group, my tribe, my tradition, my culture, So then there's like this goes like never stops going on. Dola Ningje. That is the situations. That is the situation that we are all in. That is the foundations for the compassion. That's the foundation, There's the foundations. So, The foundation is to understand. Having a clear understanding of what is samsara helps to build the foundation for compassion. Having an understanding or knowledge about samsara, then it helps to build the foundation for the universal compassions. Universal compassions. You get immense benefit. You get immense benefit if you look at other people's out of loving kindness. If you look at other beings out of loving kindness, you get immense benefit. If you look at other beings out of hatred or anger, you lose all the happiness. You lose all the mental happiness. There's no mental happiness left. It's all gone. So you look at other beings out of loving kindness, compassion. It does not mean what other person is doing. If other person is doing something wrong, doesn't mean that you're supporting that. 레다님 발론 차도 동아순지 탐내죠 사대주도 저 레다님 발론 차도 레다님 the action and the thought behind actions. Action and thought behind action. Action and thought behind action is like a wild wave in the oceans. So we are all impacted by that wild wave. We are all, our lives have been greatly impacted by this wild wave of action and the thought behind the actions. So, working for other beings, breathing for other beings, sleeping for other beings, eating for other beings, washing for other beings, saying for other beings, meditating for other beings, or you get immense benefit. You get immense benefit. Your heart is opening up. You get immense benefit. That's the beautiful of the Dharma practice. Beautiful Dharma practice. You may be living in Cape, middle of Himalayan. You have very little contact with outside world, but your heart is filled with joy. Your heart is filled with joy because you are meditating on bodhicitta and compassion. Okay. So, and all my friends, you can do that. It's very simple. It's very simple. You can do that based on the money mantra. So when you wake up, just sit on your bed a little bit, maybe a few seconds, maybe 1 minute. Say Om Ma Ni Pet Me Hu. Visualize every beings around you, form of human, but going through their own difficulty. If there's a dog is going through their own difficulty, cat is going their own difficulty, but form of human. So you're just visualize you're leading them to say the compassion mantra and purify their sicknesses, their mental defilement, and their mind, all of that. Then lead all of them into our location of Pure Land. Easy, not that difficult, easy. There's so much merit creates, okay, so much merit creates, easy. So especially next couple of days, quite critical to meditate on compassion. Whenever you find out your mind get disturbed, please meditate on compassion. Use money mantra as a base. Then meditate on compassion. Liberate yourself from jealousy, anger, ignorance, attachment, all of that. Okay, just meditate on that. Just minute you experience some uneasy in your mind caused by anger or jealousy, pride, just meditate on compassion. Right now, compassion. When you become bodhisattva, compassion. When you become enlightened, compassion. Compassion is needed now. When you become bodhisattva, when you're able to generate bodhicitta, you need compassion. When you get enlightened, you need compassion. Oh. Mm. Yeah, then you can proudly say other people, what you practice, you can just simply say, I practice compassion. I practice compassion. Mm. Every single being benefit from that practice. Every single, nobody argues about compassion. Every single being benefit from that, your practices, your practice. Oh, compassion. Oh. Everybody likes to be loved. Everybody likes to be cared. Everybody likes to be look after them. Everybody, like same as we do. There's no differences. Every single person, whether you agree or not agree, every single living being on this planet, all the animals, they don't share your language, they don't share your culture, they don't share your tradition, they don't share your religion, but they are looking for happiness every single second. So that needs to be understood very clearly. So then if you give happiness, oh, they will appreciate. If you give them suffering, they will not appreciate. So better to give them what they like. Same like you, that you like to receive something you like. You don't like to receive something you don't like. Particularly something you hate. Oh, same thing, same thing. You give the best of the best, then you receive the best of the best. You give the worst of the worst, then you receive the worst of the worst. That's how it works. What goes round comes round. What goes round comes round. Okay. So next few days, if you find out by watching news, listening news, talking to your friend, so then when you find out if your minds get disturbed, meditate on compassion. It will heal. If you meditate on compassion, it will heal you right away. It will heal you right away. If you do it from your heart, based on the money mantra, your heart is going to be ease. It will make your heart peaceful. Compassion. That's what is matter. At the end of the day, that's what is matter. Oh, end of the life, that's what is matter. After this life, that's what is matter. When you get enlightened, that's what is matter. Oh, very important. Okay, matter of compassion. Make sure that you feel something. Feel something. Okay. When your heart is in the compassions, your mind is in peace. You are peace with your mind. Your mind is in peace. Whatever comes out of that peaceful mind, it's going to be good. It's going to be a good one. Whatever has come out of the angry mind, there's not going to be a good one. So we are all capable. Either rely on reciting prayer, reciting mantra, reviewing Lamrim, there are many methods. There are many methods. If you are doing many methods, what is important here to understand is what Shantideva said, when you decide to look someone from your eye, look at that being honestly out of compassion, honestly without compassion. Why I should do that? Is possible. It is possible you could develop compassion based on that object. You could develop bodhicitta based on that object. You could gain patience based on that object. When you develop patience, it's good for you. It's good for your life. It's good for your mind. It's good for your health. That's why. Miki simje tanaya 정신 참배 수치다스. 대단히 라떼네다 산인이도 주르셨어. You become, there's possibilities, you become enlightened based on that beings. That's why Shantideva was begging us, when you look at someone, try to look at with honesty and with compassion, and you get immense benefit. If you look at someone based on the differences, what's the difference between me and him, or culture, religious belief, or traditions, or color, or educations, or wealth? No benefit, no benefit, no benefit. So why we do that? If there's no benefit, why we do that? Why we should not do that something beneficial, benefit you? Why you don't do that? That benefits you. Why you do something that doesn't benefit you? It doesn't benefit nobody. Easy to say, but harder to, easy to say, sorry, but harder to do. Easy to say. I might try, I myself trying every single day. I myself trying every single day. Heavily rely on Lamrim review meditations, mantras, prayers, and we can do the same thing. Or just, the bottom line here, what is good for our life? Positive mind. That's the summary. That's all boys are done with that. Positive mind. Mind that related to yourself, positive. Mind that related to somebody else, positive. That's what is matter. Every single day, no matter what kind of circumstance, make sure that we don't, how to say, try all our best, try all our best to be positive, to be kind, to be compassionate. Oh, that's something that we can do. It's not something we cannot do. It's something that we can do, something that you can train yourself to do. Julie, is this bird on your altar? Is a bird, real bird? Is this real bird that's sitting on the light?
Yes, there is a bird up there, Geshe. It's a fake bird with the egg beside it. It's actually it's a sculpture called Dependent Arising.
Oh, that's a good one.
you can't see all the stuff in the box, but it's
kind of like when I'm looking at it, it's kind of like moving his head. I probably was hallucinated. So see, the Zapatu Rinpoche said the compassion is like bird, mother bird. They take care of the chick, the baby bird. Oh, that's the Zapatu Rinpoche, very famous Lama from Eastern Tibet, use like mother bird as an example of how the compassion been done practically. Like that. Need times when there's a lot of heat, need to expand the feather to cover, make sure to create some shade. When it's cold, cuddle. Oh, that's compassion. Compassion. There's so much like say. Yeah, as I said, compassion. Okay, compassion. So when you buy the house, it says locations. Yeah, here's not location. Here's like compassion. Oh, sleep with compassion, eat with compassion, look at other people with compassion, say mantra with compassion. Oh, so that's that you get immense benefit of the immense benefit. It heals. It heals. Power of compassion. It heals. It heals your heart. Okay, so mani mantra is very good. So recite mani mantra. So easy. It won't take a few seconds. So right now we are relying on word. If you remember the meaning, you may no need to say the word. You just meditate on the meaning. Finish. So when you get close to enlightenment, you don't need word, because word that you don't need, you know all the meanings. You don't need to say all this word. If you just remember the meaning behind the word, you don't need to say the word. So the point, the meaning is the more point. Okay, what time is it, Tomasi? What time is it?
There's about 17 minutes, Geshe.
So today I decided, not to explain the moralities, so then rather do some practice together. So compassion. Okay, so from now on, next couple of months, couple of days, whenever you experience that your mind is not in ease, that's how you say. Oh, please meditate on compassion. Compassion. Okay. Meditate on compassion. So then use the mani mantra. Use the mani mantra as compassion. So use this mani mantra as a guide. Just sit down. Say slowly, a few times. Say slowly, a few times. Meditate on. Meditate. Okay. No. No. Say also rejoice. Here at the Kadamba Center, many people doing practice every day. Rejoice. You get married. Rejoice. Okay. You rejoice. They practice. Yeah. So. Tell me what else. I think that's all. So then enjoying George's teaching. So George is going to teach. Enjoy that. So then meditate on compassion. You can do that, or you can just do Tonglen meditations. So if you want to chant just one time, repeat the last word 2 times, make it even. If you want to chant 3 times, if you don't feel anything, maybe you could chant 3 times, then the same time, 3 times. The last chant, you need to repeat the last word 2 times, make it even. Okay. And please remember, I'm just simply reminding you, mani mantra is so easy to say, maybe there's not much baby. No, that's completely wrong. Reciting mani mantra has so much merit. Tibetan King Sanse Gombo, who is the one who composed this Manika Bum, which is 1,000-page traditional book, 1,000 page. I only read 160 something. He mentioned you can, if it rains like 360 days out of 1 year, if it rains every single day, the water that comes down on the earth, you can count that water drop by drop. That's what I said. Reciting mani mantra, the merit you created, you cannot count. That means how another way to say? Is there another way to say? I remember Pati said something like, Pati is not here. Another way to say is like that merit cannot be measured. Is this the correct way to say, or that's more like eloquent? Oh, there's a better way to say. I'm not sure. So anyway, so we all as I said, I'm trying all my best every single day. Please, you do the same thing. Then your heart is in peace. Okay, compassion is the answer. Compassion is the answer. Compassion is the answer. Please meditate on that. Okay. So then, with that, probably I'll stop here. Anything else?
Geshe, can I mention what the schedule will be this month?
Yeah, you can say the schedule.
Yeah, so with Venerable George will be here the next 2 weeks. And he is not teaching on Wednesdays, but also Geshe will not be teaching on Wednesdays so that people have time if they wish to attend Venerable George's teachings. He'll be on Monday nights discovering Buddhism on Tantra, and then a weekend workshop on transforming problems, and a weekend workshop on the Heart Sutra. We will still have calm abiding review on Wednesday nights, starting at 6:45 like we've been doing. And it will be a combination of meditation and review of the stages. And it'll probably take about 30, 45 minutes. And we'll do that each Wednesday through November.
Very good, wonderful, yeah. So that calm abiding, that teaching was done well. So I think I don't want you to forget, so it's good to review. So then you remember that instructions long time down the road, you remember that, okay? So thing like this review meditation on Wednesday night. So just think like it's like building a small library in your brain about calm abiding meditations, okay? The instructions. So next time when you need, you go there, you don't need any paper. No need to worry about losing something. It's all here. Never going to lose. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Anything else? Any questions? No. Anybody watching on YouTube?
Yes, Geshe, there were 5 people on YouTube.
Oh yeah. Say then good night, all of you who's watching on YouTube. Good night. So then see you Sunday. Okay. Thank you for coming, and have a wonderful night. And sleep with compassion. If you haven't eaten dinner, please eat with compassion. Particularly dessert, eat with compassion. Dessert, compassion. So dessert needs to be eat with the compassion, particularly. Okay, not with argument. Dessert should not eat with argument about anything. Dessert needs to eat with the particularly with the compassion. Okay. Well, yeah, thank you so much. So then, Alhamdulillah, join your heart, all of your heart. Okay. When Alhamdulillah will say the Shanti Deva prayer, please join your heart. Okay. Think about the meaning.
So usually I don't think we do those. Okay.
Alhamdulillah. So now this all of this these are very important. Oh, all this do in English. Do in English. Please.
Okay. All right. Okay. Due to the merits of these virtuous actions, may I quickly attain the state of Guru Buddha and lead all living beings without exception to that enlightened state. May the supreme jewel that has not arisen, arise, and grow. May that which has arisen not diminish, but increase more and more. Just as the brave Manjushri realize things as they are, I too dedicate all these merits in the best way, that I may follow their perfect example. I dedicate all these roots of virtue. The dedication prays to the best by the victorious ones who responded 3 times, I might perform good works. I dedicate whatever virtues I have ever collected for the benefit of the teachings and of all sentient beings, not particular for the sentient teachings of perfect pure Losangdrapa to shine forever. Land encircled by snow mountains, you're the source of all happiness and good, all powerful Chenrei Zikten. Please remain until the star ends. One who masters speech at a very young age, patients receive the name Avatare. The one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa and Wisdom Voice. Lama ornament of the yellow hat tradition. Please remain until samsara ends.
So that is the long life for Khyentse Rinpoche, my teacher, okay?
You uphold the subduer Norway, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjana's victorious doctrine, masterfully accomplished magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, savor of myself and others. Your disciples, please live long. And then for Geshe and Geshe Sample's long, healthy, happy lives, so they may be free of obstacles, and so all their Dharma wishes will be fulfilled. Om Tare Tu Re.
Om Tare Tu.
Soha. Om Tare Tu Soha. Om Tare Tu Re Soha. Om Tare Tu Soha. Om Tare Tu Re Soha. Om Tare Tu Re Soha.
Hamala, please like Shanti Deva dedication.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, so that's the one. Please join all of your heart, okay, when we say the Shanti Deva dedication prayers. So.
May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, attain notion of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled, with a mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness and prosperity. May there be timely
So
rain.
they're like one they say, may the naked find clothing. You don't see this kind of things in this country. But when you go to India, Nepal, then you see human who has very little clothes. It's like that prayer is for broad. Not just think in your country. Think about the rest of other countries. Countries like Africa, people have nothing to wear. Okay.
May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from ailment. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may these never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be free. May the powerless find power, and may people think of them together. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world.
Oh yeah, thank you so very much. Wonderful. So thank you very much, and everyone have a wonderful night. And I'll see you Sunday. Okay. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you, Geshe.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Geshe-la.
Thank you.
Good night. Thank you.
Gracias. Gracias.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Geshe-la.
Geshe-la.
Oh, thank
Donna,
Thank you, Kamala. Thank you, Donna.
Thank you, Amala. Thank you, Donna.
Thank you.
And thank you, everybody. Bye.
Bye.